What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Miller's Music Mondays. How is everyone doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good. I have this really long list of all these things I needed to do today, and I was able to check off, I think, two. So I call that a win in days like today. But anyway, I can't wait to introduce my guests to you. So let me start things off while people are coming in the room. This one is off of my new album, which comes out on the 26th, which I've been talking about ad nauseum. So sorry about that. But this one is just been released on Apple Music. So if you have Apple Music, you can get this song right now. Or if you pre-order my album on iTunes, you can get this song right now. And this one's called "Losing My Way." Every time I try to stand, I just keep falling over. I can try to pull my bootstraps up, but I can't stop getting older. Oh, think you know how that goes. Every day I grab the wrong and put me on that ladder. Then I slip through notches down, just pretend that it don't matter. Oh, think you know that bar keeps on rising while I'm living surviving. That line keeps on moving, yeah, while I keep on losing my way. Struggle every day and night just to keep my head above that water. Every battle that I fight just drags me even lower. Hardship, conflict just don't hold on, sin, but now I just can't take it. Hard slap, push back, double down, grab the crown, make it till you make it. Oh, think you know that bar keeps on rising while I'm living surviving. That line keeps on moving, yeah, while I keep on losing my way, losing my way. Yeah. All right. That bar keeps on rising while I'm barely surviving. That line keeps on moving, yeah, while I keep on losing my way, losing my way, losing my way. Woo! All right. So don't forget, you can get that right now if you want to pre-order the album. Anyway, all right. Enough about me. Let me bring on my
Man,
good friend Bart Allmand. Come on in.
dude,
How are you?
your voice is just smoking as always. I don't know how
Oh,
you do
thank
it,
you.
man. What's happening in California, man? We're getting some nice little rain showers and whatnot here in Tennessee. So,
Yeah. Did you How did you fare during that storm?
I wore long pants for I think 6 days in a row,
What?
which
Unbelievable.
no, man, we are so blessed and thankful. We didn't even lose electricity. and me and my wife Amy and our dogs, we just had a blast, man. It was great. It was just fun.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, even I know a lot of friends in Texas had a really hard time,
Oh
and even
yeah,
friends in Tennessee had a hard time too. So
yeah.
I'm glad to hear that you were okay.
Well, not everybody's ready for it, and so when it comes, and it's like I said, 6 or 7 days without road closings and everything like that, or with road closings, sorry,
Yeah.
it can be a challenge, that's for sure. But we're rough and tough and hard to bluff. And I was born in Nebraska, so I'm ready for this stuff, man.
There you go. And it's funny. I love seeing into your room because uh, what a lot of people might not know is I've actually slept on that couch
Yes,
behind
you
you.
have.
Yeah. So it's like I'm looking at my old room.
This is your bedroom. I just need to get the 335 and the PRS off of your bed. I'm
Yeah, and I'll be
sorry.
ready. I'll be ready to go. Yeah. So, you know, uh, I love having you on. I love that you can make it on. I mean, because you've had a really interesting career. So
Mm.
you've made your living as a songwriter at co-writing with other artists, but you've also worked on the other side of the coin. You've been a radio promoter too, and worked for record labels. So,
Yeah.
um, what's it like, kind of knowing both sides?
It's different now when it's so track guy oriented instead of and I know that sounds horrible because there still is guys like you and there still is guys like Chris Stapleton that are just writing great songs and it's really organic and everything. But it is interesting to know what goes into these Monday morning meetings. And, this is why we're going to play this song and this is why we're not going to play this song. And it's super interesting, man. And I'm always so grateful and so thankful for my history with these in this business, man, because it's been fascinating. But yeah, it's different. You have to have some pretty thick skin, and whether you're pitching the song as a record guy or as a songwriter or as a singer, you have to learn. My One of my best friends is Scott Borchetta, and he always said, just remember, they're not turning you down, they're turning down your song. And then
Which is I guess that's a little bit better. For people who don't know, Scott Borchetta ran Big
he owns
Machine
Big
Records.
Machine.
He's really he's considered, one of the main masterminds behind getting Taylor Swift famous, and a
Yeah.
lot of other acts.
And he's just one of my dear friends. And the whole they're not turning you down, they're turning their song down was great until I was really writing songs full time. Then they're turning down my song. Yeah, but I wrote that song. So then it's kind of
Yeah.
different. So,
I mean, I guess it's not quite as bad, but it stings a little. Stings a little bit less.
you know what, dude? We all wrote back in the day, man. We were writing 100, 120, 130 songs a year, and you could not expect any, if we were getting 5% success, that was blowing up the room.
Right.
But we all kind of said, hey, man, the more you get in the pipeline, the better chance you got. So we just wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote.
Yeah. I mean, it makes you a better songwriter regardless. Um,
Oh, man. Yeah. And everybody's got, I mean, you're coming from your amazing background and I'm coming from this little small town Nebraska boy background. But when we get together to write songs, it's so much fun. And we meet in the middle and it's a blast, man. And we're both writing for the song. We're not trying to be idiots about it. And it's my way or the highway. And I think most people that I write with are like that. And I'm sure most people you write with are like that. And so it's just fun, man. And writing songs is fun. And it's like this morning there was no song, and here we are this afternoon, and there's this brand new song. And
yeah.
and whether
Yeah, moving
anybody
on.
ever cuts it or not is yeah, it's important, but at the same time, we created this freaking song, and it's really cool.
Well, do you want to play us one that they didn't say no to?
Yeah, I don't have too many. This song, me and
Mhm.
Jeffrey Steele, who is, I don't know, he's got 18 number ones or something ridiculous. And Shane Miner, who's got like 10 number ones. And we were writing one day and we wrote a song. And then, totally out of the blue, Jeff goes, let's go to lunch. And it's like, I've written 40 songs with you and you've never said, let's go to lunch. So I said, all right, let's go to lunch. And there's a bit of a controversy right now. It was either me or Shane because we both started dating new girls the week we wrote this song, and we're still both married to these two girls. So we're both thankful for that. But one of us said, man, if we keep going like this, we're both going to have to get brand new girlfriends. And Jeff goes, dude, we're writing that when we get back from lunch. Just like, all right. So here we go. She said, I need some time to find myself. I need a little space to think. And maybe we should start seeing other people. Because, baby, things are moving way too fast for me. So I picked up what was left of my pride. And I put on my walking shoes. And I got up on that high road and I did what any gentleman would do. I got a brand new girlfriend. We went and jumped off the deep end. Flew out to LA for the weekend. Spent the whole day lying on the beach wearing nothing but a smile, playing kissy, kissy, smudgy, smudgy, talking mushy, mushy about nothing. Man, I think I'm on to something. You know, I feel just like a kid again. Got a brand new girlfriend. I love it when she calls me Buttercup. She laughs and says I left the toilet seat up. She pops a top for me a cold beer and says my buddy's always welcome here. When I get hungry, she takes me out. I'm riding shotgun like a shits of hell. My tail's a wagging, yeah, my tongue's hanging out. She makes me want to shout. I got a brand new girlfriend. We went and jumped off the deep end. Flew out to LA for the weekend. Spent the whole day lying on the beach wearing nothing but a smile, playing kissy, kissy, smudgy, smudgy, talking mushy, mushy about nothing. Man, I think I'm on to something. Yeah, I feel just like a kid again. Got a brand new girlfriend. Now, this is where the cool guitar solo would be. So just imagine like Django Reinhardt or somebody. Kind of jazzy, yeah. She's sorry. She likes to write her names in the sand. She's hearing wedding bells and making plans. She's gonna hang around a while, I guess. She hadn't even told me she loved me yet. I got a brand new girlfriend. We went and jumped off the deep end. Flew out to LA for the weekend. Spent the whole day lying on the beach wearing nothing but a smile, playing kissy, kissy, smudgy, smudgy, talking mushy, mushy about nothing. Man, I think I'm on to something. Now I feel just like a kid again. Got a brand new girlfriend. You know, I feel just like a kid again. You got a brand new girlfriend. Oh, son. And I married her. So there you go.
Yeah. Chat's loving it. Chat's loving it. I'm not sure how many people heard that one before. Which artist put that out again?
Shoot, who was that? Steve Holy.
Steve Holy. Yeah.
Steve.
So just look up Steve Holy, brand new girlfriend, and you can hear the version that went out and went all the way to number one.
Yeah, you could hear an actual good version of that.
Yeah. Uh, oh, hey Zach. Sorry, this isn't my request show, but thanks for requesting. Wednesday's my request show, for sure. But today is Monday's all about having a guest on. So, and I'm doing good. How are you? And I wanted to thank. I know we got a couple. Kurt. I want to thank Kurt and Fry Bread Trucker for their subs. And so now what I think is fun, I'm going to play a couple songs. When it's my turn, I'm going to play some songs that you and I wrote together.
Oh,
And
cool.
this first one I'm going to do is on my on country album, but I almost always open my show with it with a full band version. So I actually recorded a full band version of it, and it's going to be on my on part two. So uh, from the Wreckage Part 1 is coming out March 26th, and From the Wreckage Part 2 is coming out in October. So the full band version will
Nice.
finally be available for people to hear.
Yeah, and it's
Um,
good, man. You guys killed it.
I got Kenny Aronoff on drums on that one. It's just like,
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
pretty
get any
real,
better than
man.
that. But so this is how diverse a songwriter you are, because we're gonna go from Brand New Girlfriend to to what I'm about to play, which is super dark and you know. But I guess it's important to have variety in your life as a writer, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah. And also it's again just how important it is to write with different people, because
Oh yeah.
this is the kind of stuff that you bring, man, which is awesome and I love it.
Well, thanks, man. Well, I think you brought a lot to this too. So this is definitely a group. This one was a group effort. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is called The River. Whoa, hold on. Probably get the position right. See, that's why it's live. Everyone knows it's live, right? We can stop. Sometimes I stop in the middle of songs. Uh, you know, I mean, why not? That's what we're all here for, to live for this. So here we go. The River. Play the right way now. Kneeling down by the river, another day pen ever grown. Can't even remember what I got to set my soul. Well, it's all kind of blurry. Can't see through the haze. So I'm down on my knees just praying for better days. Well, I know it wasn't love. Yeah, I know it wasn't money. Might as well have been the liquor, 'cause my hair feels kind of funny. Yeah, I know it wasn't strength. Yeah, I know it wasn't power. 'Cause I'm gonna die getting weaker by the hour. It's funny. So, yeah, if you want to hear an acoustic version of that with my friend Brett Boyette on slide, that's on my Uncountry album right now.
Mm.
And then a full band version will be out later this year. But what's funny is we did kind of an impromptu music video for that, me and Brett, and we stood on a bridge by the LA River, which, if anyone knows in LA, the LA River is paved.
Right.
It's like it just trickles through LA. So the bed it's a paved bed. But when you're in LA, you do what you can do, right?
Dude, your freaking voice is it's killing me, man.
Thanks,
I don't know.
man.
I
You're
don't know
making
how
me
you do
shy.
it.
You're making me shy.
Uh,
But hey, you just keep going, and eventually somebody will recognize it, right? He'll figure it out.
yes. Hey, we were talking about NASCAR and such earlier.
Yeah.
There's old number 3,
There you
man.
go. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I love that guitar too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jim and Ryan Triggs right there. This is 20 years old because I had this made after her and I got killed. So, senior.
Oh.
So, this is 20 years old, man.
You've got a podcast.
We do. Yeah.
And
Thank
I've
you.
been
It's
on
called,
it. And
you've
it's
been
called
on it twice.
Yeah, it's called Thinking and Drinking.
Yes.
And you've had a lot of really great guests on there. Tell everybody a little bit about that.
Man, it's fun. A really good friend of mine wrote a book about his exploits in the music business, and I was reading it in bed at night. And I would say to Amy, "Holy crap! I can't believe he wrote this down." It's like, I know his wife, I know his kids, and blah blah blah. And it's like, this guy's gonna break up his own marriage, if not other people's marriage. And Amy and I have been together 17 years, so she's heard so many of my stories enough times to, be tired of all of them. And she said, "You need to write a book." And I said, "Absolutely not. Absolutely not. One, both of my parents are still alive and they don't need to hear some of the stupid things I got into. But also it's like, I don't want to hurt anybody, man. And I don't want to go, "Hey, Jason, you remember that time you and me were in Kansas City, blah, blah, blah. And 2 weeks from now, we're both singles." Like, no, I don't want any part of anything like that. And
For
also,
the record, we were not in Kansas City.
no,
Right,
we've never been in Kansas City together.
Right, yeah.
But also it's like, I just thought that, no, I don't want any part of that. And she said, "Well, then you need to start a podcast." And I went, "Cool. What's a podcast?" So she told me what it was. And she goes, "This way, if you're talking and something happens and somebody brings up their own story," she goes, "Well, then that's on them. That's not on you."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, well, that's kind of cool." So, and thankfully, man, I've got a lot of good friends and I got some new friends. And I think we just did our 105th episode last week. And it's been kind of fun. And, it's something now because of COVID, as we all know, we can do on Zoom like this. And so
Right.
it's like, I don't have to go to somebody's house, or we don't have to meet at a recording studio or whatever. So it's kind of fun, but I've got a lot of music business friends and buddies, and it's all guitar players and songwriters and record company guys. And my attorney's on there, and it's just kind of fun to look at other parts of the record business, the music business.
Yeah, I can't recommend it more to people who want to know more about the music business in general.
Oh,
and
thanks,
all
man.
the things that happen behind the scenes. Because like you were saying, you have music attorneys on there, you've got record executives, but you also have Ricky Metlock from Lynyrd Skynyrd and Jeffrey Steele, who's a big songwriter like yourself, and it's just very cool to sort of dive into their worlds for a little while.
Yeah, it's just fun, and it's pretty much off the hook. And I only tell them one thing, that there's no editing. So if you're gonna say something you wish you wouldn't have, well, then don't say it.
Too late. Yeah.
It's too late, man. So it's fun, but yeah, thanks for bringing that up, man.
Too, so luckily I haven't done anything too bad yet so far. But what are you gonna play for us next?
This is a song this is called Wasted.
Okay.
And I wrote this with do you know Rick Huckabee, songwriter here in town?
No, I don't.
Man, I think you guys would be awesome. I'm gonna see if I can't set that up.
Okay.
Well, I've worked every day of my life since I turned 21. Yeah, I've stacked up and racked up them sick days, but I ain't burned none. Whoops. Out of a house I don't live in, and a Cadillac car I don't drive. Yeah, I'd show you around, but they both belong to my ex-wives. I ain't asking forgiveness for having one hell of a time. Sure, I have regrets, but I won't let them trample through my peace of mind. I bet 90% of my life's been whiskey, women, and wine. And the other 10, I guess I just wasted. Well, I searched far and wide trying to find out just who I am. Every scar, every smile, all the miles made a satisfied man. Hell yes, I am. Life's just the way. Whoops, life. Dang it, where did I go, man? Life's just way too dang long when you're living that life. All the bumps in the road, yeah, they showed me that I'm not that guy. I ain't asking forgiveness for having one hell of a time. Sure, I have regrets, but I won't let them trample through my peace of mind. I bet 90% of my life's been whiskey, women, and wine. And the other 10, I guess I wasted. I bet 90% of my life's been whiskey, women, and wine. And the other 10, I guess I just wasted. I worked every day of my life since I turned 21.
Wow, man, that's a great song.
Thanks. Sorry, I got lost there in the, in the
No, hey,
road
that's what it's all
somewhere.
about. I get lost all the time, believe me. Um, the show I do on Wednesdays, the request show, I have a list of like 155 songs that I know how to play.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I keep adding to it every week. I mean, luckily I've got another screen here so I can have notes. But believe me,
Right?
I'm always like, so, but did now I've heard that before, but I can't remember if I heard it at a songwriter round or did someone release that as well?
No, no one's ever cut that. So it just would have
Uh,
been me growling it out, man.
yeah, it's somebody should cut that.
Well, thanks. I would like that too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd say so.
Yes.
Well, you know what's interesting? It's like the one I was gonna play next, which I'm still gonna play next. We wrote together, but it also is in drop D, and has some of the same sort of chord progression vibe. It's like sometimes you get on a vibe and you just go.
Yeah,
And
man.
and it's really all about the melody over top. Of what difference can happen.
Dude, one of the most important lessons I've ever learned as a songwriter, because we're going to write hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs, is never be scared to repeat yourself.
That was something that, like, with Godhead, we were always four guys writing together,
Oh,
and we
yeah.
only never wrote with anybody else, and we were always trying not to repeat ourselves. You can't repeat yourself, you can't repeat yourself. And then when I
Right.
went to Nashville and started writing with people, that was something I had to let go. But once I let go of that, and realized that, like, not every song has to be perfect. You
Yeah.
don't have to make every single thing precious. You just write, 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 and then you will find the right song within all of those songs.
Absolutely. And specifically country, and I've never written heavy stuff like you have, but specifically in country, we've spent 75 years trying to find a new way to say I love you. Well, you're going to repeat yourself, right?
Yeah.
So don't be scared of that, because the song that you and I wrote, maybe we'll get it cut. And then the next song that me and somebody else writes, we won't get it cut. So it just all what it comes around goes around kind of thing, man. It's all
Right.
good.
And and the way country music works too is so interesting, because it's one of the it's I mean, there's a lot of genres where the artist, it doesn't write, but it's really one of the industries that was really built up around writers writing songs for specific artists or
Yeah.
with them,
Yeah,
rather than the artists writing their own music.
for sure. Yeah.
And so that sort of is a different way to approach it, is if you're writing for the sake of the song, rather than it, it's your voice, but does your voice match up, like your voice as in your point of view, does it match up with, what artist does it match up with? If
Yeah.
you try to write for a specific artist without that artist being there, it's always going to be more difficult to get them to record it, than rather you just write a slew of songs, and decide, okay, this one's right for Chris Young, this one's right for Jason Aldean, or whatever, rather
Yeah.
than trying to write for them as you're doing it.
And a lot of times your publisher will come to you and say, "Hey, Chris Young is cutting, so write something for him." And you go, "Oh, well, crap. Let's pull up his songs and let's check out and make sure what he likes to sing about." And there's people that won't sing about drinking, won't sing about cheating, won't sing about going to church, won't sing about a tailgate or whatever. So you figure out what those people will sing about and won't sing about, and then you plow deep.
What about the artist that sings about tailgating at church?
then
We got to
they
find that
need
one.
they need to come to my house.
Okay. Uh, well, and here's another. So the song I'm going to play next, you and I got placed in a movie called
Yes.
Abel's Field, and that's another way as a songwriter that you can get your songs out there, is get them placed in TV and movies. I mean, it's not that easy, of course.
Well,
Uh,
thanks to you knowing Kevin Sorbo. So
yeah, I played uh, he runs a charity, for a children's charity, and I played that benefit for them, and this big benefit in Las Vegas, and his wife and he were producing a movie, and they said, we want to use this song for the movie, and it was great. It just worked out like that. So let me play it.
yes.
All right, this one is called Righteous Man. Where now my welcome? Where now my souls? Yes, it must be time for moving on. I don't know what happened. I'm headed out the door. Girl, this ain't no time for right or wrong. But I'm walking as slow as I can, looking over my shoulder. I'm drinking holy water, trying to get myself purified. On my knees anytime I can, just trying to be a righteous man. I wonder as I wander underneath the sky, how much time am I gonna need to know the reasons why I keep asking questions and turning on my stone to find the truth tomorrow or today. And I'm walking as fast as I can, ain't looking over my shoulder. I'm drinking holy water, trying to get myself purified. On my knees anytime I can, just trying to be a righteous man. I wish I could go back and be the man I should have been. And every night I pray I have that chance again. Oh. And I'm drinking holy water, trying to get myself purified. On my knees anytime I can, just trying to be righteous Cool. Haven't played that one in a
Dude,
while.
that's so good, man.
Glad I was able to remember the chord. I only messed up one chord, so not so bad.
Dude, I forgot how cool that bridge is, man. Way to go. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, thanks. Well, you way to go. I can't remember who wrote that bridge, you or me.
Oh, probably you. I'm
I don't
guessing it
know.
was you. That's man, that's good.
I feel like my strengths, my songwriting strengths are verses and bridges. And then choruses are the things that always I like want to go in a weird direction. I never go in the obvious direction, which I guess is good for as an artist, and it might be bad as trying to pitch a song to another to a mainstream artist.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man.
Who knows?
One of the things I would say that surprised me about you coming from such a heavy background is how amazing your melodies are. Because and this might sound confusing, but your melodies are so musical. Does that make sense?
Thanks. Well,
And that,
yeah. I mean, like, I think that beyond, you get known for one thing and you have success in one area, but you're always thinking about other stuff, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I actually grew up like doing musical theater and things like that. So I think and listening to R and
Yeah.
B and like the way they approach melodies differently,
Oh
and
man.
blues, and I think that like uh, having like always listening to different styles of music all the time as a songwriter or as a creator is gonna click something,
Dude,
to
I would
inspire you to go do
love to
something.
hear you sing some R&B, man. I bet you just knock the snot out of that.
It's fun. I do a few on my request show for sure.
Mm, that's good stuff, dude.
Well, I'd like you. What are you gonna play first next? I've got one left, and you've got two left. So
Well, I
I
don't
can't
want to
wait to
do
hear what you're
two
gonna
if you're only
play.
going to do one. This is a song. This is another Rick Huckabee song, man. I was just peeling through songs that I thought I could actually pull off, and this one's called "Sunday Kind of Love." Ain't gonna set no alarm. Ain't getting up before noon. Yeah, put the coffee on. Yeah, I make enough for two. Nobody knows we're home. Pull the covers back up. Yeah, it's my favorite day. Got a Sunday kind of love. It don't matter, baby, if the rain keeps pouring down. As long as you're here with me, you won't see me wearing a frown. Man, it's my favorite day. And it's a Sunday kind of love. Turn that TV back off. Let's just be alone. Come on back to bed. Don't pick up that phone. Can't wait to get tangled up. Too much of you ain't enough. Yeah, it's my favorite day. It's a Sunday kind of love. It don't matter, baby, if the rain keeps pouring down. As long as you're here with me, you won't see me wearing a frown. Man, it's my favorite day. It's a Sunday kind of love. It don't matter, baby, if the rains keep pouring down. As long as you're here with me, you won't see me wearing a frown. Yeah, it's my favorite day. It's a Sunday kind of love. It's my favorite day. It's a Sunday kind of love. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's cool. It
Thanks,
almost
man.
had like a gosh, I'm trying to think. Not a Carly Simon vibe, but like oh, it had like a Bonnie Raitt vibe to it.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
dug that. I dug that a
dude.
lot.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Hey, our
sorry.
buddy Luke Mills is in chat. He's watching.
Well, goodness.
Yeah, Nebraska Luke.
I know Luke. Absolutely,
Yeah.
man.
What's happening, man?
He's a good dude. He's
Yeah,
a great
I'm trying
singer,
to get him on
Dan.
the show. So hopefully now that he's watched, uh,
Yes.
he can we'll get him on here. He'll be a great artist to have on.
Yeah, man. He's great.
Yeah. Hey, before I play my next song, I wanted to talk to you about you've got to do something that I've only gotten really to do. Well, I guess technically I've gotten to do it twice because since the pandemic started, I got to do a virtual concert uh, for all the Navy bases, which was pretty incredible.
Oh man, yeah.
Um, and then right before the pandemic, actually in February, I got to go to Alaska and play a
Mm.
show at an Air Force base. But you've gotten to go overseas and entertain the troops. What's that like?
Man, it's unbelievable. You really realize that no matter where your politics lie, no matter who you voted for, no matter who's in the White House, when they talk about boots on the ground, these are the people that are in bases thousands and thousands of miles away from family, thousands of miles away from friends, and they're just over there, doing what they signed up for. And it's so humbling, and it's just it's the best experience ever. If you can ever go over there, if you can ever go and play for any of the USO, any of the troops or anything, man, oh man, I would recommend it highly, highly, highly. It's an experience you'll never forget. I guarantee you that, man.
Yeah, even the few things that I have done, I just want to do more.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
um,
Me too. I want to go back. So when you
yeah.
go, if you have room for one more, please let me
All right.
know.
Well, I think you've done more than me, so I might be hiding in your bag. uh, but okay, so I decided to accept your challenge, and for my last song, I'm going to do an R&B song for you.
Yes.
Because on Twitch, we're allowed to play covers as long as we're performing them. And we
Accept
can't
my
like I can't
challenge.
like press play and play a Metallica song for you, especially not a Metallica song. Or
No.
I can't play a Van Halen song for you and press play, but I could play it, here if I wanted to. So this one I gets requested a lot on my Wednesday night request show. So I'm here we go. I'll
Cool.
keep it a secret until I play it for you. Okay.
Awesome.
Strumming my pain with his fingers,
Nice, man.
singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, a young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I felt I flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt it from my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right Killing me softly with this song, killing me softly with this song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Oh. He sang as if he knew me in all my dark despair. And then he looked right through me as if I wasn't there. And he just kept on singing, singing loud and clear, telling my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
Shoot, did I not have that muted?
No, you were. I didn't hear you. You're good.
I was just looking up this picture of Luke Mills. We went and saw Kiss together with my
Awesome.
dude. You are smashing that stuff, man. How awesome is that? How awesome is your voice? That must be fun to wake up in the morning and hear that voice instead of hearing this voice. That's amazing.
It doesn't. I sound more like Optimus Prime in the morning. Definitely.
Dude, yeah,
Bart.
you are.
I am your father.
My Gus, there's more to you than meets the eye. This is what I sound like in the morning.
So anytime I book voiceovers for like narration stuff, I make sure the session's in the morning.
Seriously?
If they need me to do deep stuff, like I'll do if I do
Yeah.
a position where it needs to be somebody deeper, I'll schedule it for the morning. Not even kidding.
No, that makes total sense because I've done some BGVs on some records and I always like to do them later in the day so I can get higher. And
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. I don't know if it's the amount of coffee you drink or whatever, but yeah, man. Dude, your freaking voiceover stuff is fantastic, man. What a cottage industry you've carved out there, huh?
Very lucky, very, very grateful and thankful that it's something that I can do and
Man,
well and
no
people hire me
kidding.
for it. So yeah, I can't. It's definitely been the savior of my life for sure. You know?
Well, congrats, man. You're awesome.
So let's before you play your last song and sort of send us on our way today. Yeah, I just want to recommend to everybody Bart's podcast, Thinking and Drinking, which is
Oh, thanks.
a podcast, and to check it out. There's so many. If you're interested in learning more about songwriting, if you're interested in learning more about the music industry from every angle, from the business angle to the songwriter's angle to the artist angle. I mean, you got it covered, man.
Thanks, man. I'm super fortunate, and I have a lot of friends, and they're mostly willing willing to talk to. I mean,
Mostly willing.
now
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm sorry, I just interrupted you totally. What were you going to say? I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, I'm saying yeah, you got to make sure that they're. You know, there's some people you ask, then there's some people you don't even ask at all, and then there's some that you're like, should I ask them? You know, so it's kind of the same thing for this show.
Well, it's also it's always just easy going. You know, I mean, some of the first questions I ever ask them is, "What do you not want to talk about?" Because if they've had legal problems or whatever, this, you know, I never want, like you, I never want this thing to be freaking TMZ or something. You know, it's all
Right.
just,
Yeah.
it's fun, and let's smile and let's go away after having a great night, man. After having a great time. So I don't
Yeah,
know. I think it's fun. I think your show is fantastically fun. I love watching this.
Yeah. So what I would say is, if you guys like this show and you're looking for a podcast to listen to, definitely check out Bart's podcast. So that's all I've got to say about that. Thinking and drinking,
Sweet.
and it's right there in little guest info that we've been
That's
spamming throughout the night in a good way.
Yes.
Not too
And I
much.
never got to have Eddie Van Halen on, but
Eh,
who did?
yeah. I don't know if he did any podcasts. Did he? He didn't do that many interviews.
I would doubt it. Yeah, I don't think he was notoriously media shy. I don't know why, because I don't feel like, some people get completely hosed by the media, and I'm not bagging on the media. I'm just saying some people do,
Right.
and so they stop doing media at all. And I don't ever feel like they did. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh,
You know what?
Paul, my
And
manager Paul, who used to run Metal Edge magazine, he said
oh
he
yeah,
interviewed
yeah,
him a few
yeah.
times. Yeah, he interviewed him a few times, so that's good. You're one of the few.
Yeah. Well, and what's weird is even like David Lee Roth who's the most gonzo out there guy in the world. He doesn't do a lot of media, which is it's just I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, it's weird because he has his own podcast. I guess he just wants to say it his own way, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to close us out with tonight?
This is a little tune that man. Again, this is to me. This is a God thing. I started when I was on the road with Jeffrey Steele at Monument Records. I was always playing guitar and singing with him and radio stations and stuff, just fun. And he goes, "Dude, there's nobody that loves singing and writing songs as much as you do." He goes, "If you ever get fired and you want to, you don't want to get back in the record business, come see me. Let's do a publishing deal." Well, sure enough, I got fired. And while he and I were talking, I was at a local establishment and I ran into this lady that I know and love. And she said, "Man, what are you doing? And who would you like to write with?" And I was already writing with Jeffrey, thank God. So I said, "Bob DePiro." And she goes, "Do you know this lady?" And I went, "No." She goes, "This is Bob's assistant." And and
That's great.
and she goes, I can make that happen." And 2 weeks later, we were writing together. And 4 weeks later, we had a cut on a Brooks and Dunn record. And it went #1. And those guys had a Grammy with it for country performance of the year. And shoot, man, it paid for my little house here. So I'm very thankful. Very
What an
thankful.
amazing story.
So this is You Can't Take the Honky Tonk Out of the Girl. Well, I kind of came back from a second cousin's wedding. First time she'd been home about a year or two, just in time for the rehearsal dinner. Crazy Connie wasn't wearing any shoes. She lives in LA, flies in New York City. That woman's been around the world. You can take the girl out of the honky tonk, but you can't take the honky tonk. Take the honky tonk. Can't take the honky tonk out of the girl. Ooh, ooh. Well, that dinner broke up at around 11:30. Boys went off to do what boys will do. Connie said, "Come here, girls, we need to huddle up around something about 100 proof. Yeah, we live in LA, flies in New York City. A woman's been around the world. You can take the girl out of the honky tonk, but you can't take the honky tonk. Take the honky tonk. You can't take the honky tonk out of the girl." Oh, Yeah, well, it's 9 a.m. out in front of that church. People going nuts, looking for the groom. Somebody said, hey man, by the way, where's Connie? Connie's gone off on her very own honeymoon. He lives in LA, flies in New York City. The woman's been around the world. Take the girl out of the honky tonk, but you can't take the honky tonk. Take the honky tonk. Yeah, she lives in LA, flies in New York City. Yeah, woman's been around the world. Take the girl out of the honky tonk, but you can't take the honky tonk. Take the honky tonk. Can't take the honky tonk out of the girl. Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Brooks and Dunn, #1.
There it is.
Did you get like a certificate at least when they got their Grammy, since you wrote the song that they won the Grammy from?
No.
You didn't even get a piece of paper?
Nope. Not a dang thing.
Well, listen, man, I'd at least send you a piece of paper with a picture of it.
Thank you.
Because you've seen those, right?
I've seen them.
Yeah, like sometimes if you're associated with the song, you don't get the statue, but you at least get this little piece of paper that says like Recording Academy.
Well, I actually have a piece of styrofoam from when I worked with the Dixie Chicks, and they got Album of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
The styrofoam that went to Blake Chansey, he had that framed and gave one to me and gave one to Larry Paregas, who was the vice president of promotion, because he said this wouldn't have happened without you guys. So I have the styrofoam from the Dixie Chicks Grammy.
So so it's sort of shaped like a Grammy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
No, it's down here in your bedroom. So next time next
time
you're home, I'll show it to you.
Man, oh man. Well, Mycroft Jones pointed out you did get a big check.
Well, yeah.
So
yeah.
Well, Bart, man, I can't thank you enough for coming on. What we do on this show and what a lot of people do in Twitch is we're gonna raid somebody else's channel now. So
cool.
I'm a member of a team called Saving Music Live, and it's a bunch of musician streamers. And we'll do once a month. We do a charity stream, like a 24-hour charity stream, or usually for music education charities.
Cool.
So there are other streamers on right now that are a member of that team, and this guy named Schnaff, who's just amazing. He's one of those. He's like, he can play piano like a concert pianist. He's a classical guitarist. He's live right now, so we're going to take our audience over there.
That's great.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. And my guest has been Bart Allmand. And be sure to check out his podcast, Thinking and Drinking. I'll be back on Wednesday. And Bart, it's been awesome.
Dude, I love you, buddy. It's so good to hang with you again. And
I feel like I'm there, kind of.
I know.
I can see the couch I crash on.
But let's also please remember how many people. You can't throw a rock in Nashville. I'm sure LA is the same way without hitting a guitar tech or a guitar player or a bus driver or a truck driver. Somebody's out of work, man. So anything we can do to help and support our fellow music brethren, let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll leave it with that. And
awesome.
We'll see everybody soon.
Thanks, Jason.
All right. Thank you, man.